I discovered that my little fuel factory was putting fuel into the wrong place, and it put it into the AI limiter box,
Mhm.
and that's why it was already full. I was so confused. I had to do a big old shuffle of all that.
Mm.
And because we're already making fuel and rubber, I thought we'd also make some plastic. So
For what?
filling up the box. Because it only required one small jank, which I neatened, but it's still a jank. But that's kind of the point of this area. Neat jankiness.
A point of what area?
A little extra factory on the factory that I made.
Uh-huh.
And then when we actually have a factory, it all goes away. And this place gets shut down for good.
See, if it wasn't jank and you built it properly, we'd use it as a blueprint. We can't now, because it's jank.
Oh, it's never ever going to be blueprintable in this area.
Why?
Because it's too funky, I don't know. Doesn't it's ground based and the sky base is not a ground base, so
Yeah, but we're planning on building it on the ground and bringing it into the sky, isn't that what you said?
yeah.
Okay. Into alphabetical bounce. Let's go.
We should have spent the last 5 minutes working out where we were instead of faffing around doing nothing.
I don't know. You do you. So what's next?
I don't know where you
Looks like purple's
woke up.
next.
Okay, purple.
Well, that's what purple looks like to be next.
Did we finish pink? Where did you start? Like, where were you when you logged on?
Just a moment, I'm swapping some for the keybinds. I was at like here at red, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure at red.
So red doesn't have whatever that third thing is. So that might be where we're at too. Okay, so red has the steel beams and pipes. Nope, it just has steel pipes going. Okay. That gets connected to that.
Oh, wait. You can
Got one.
travel down zip lines a lot quicker now. That's great.
I haven't got a zipper on me to test, but it's alright. Oh yeah, that looks pretty quick. place.
It takes belt velocity is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you get to maintain whatever velocity you took into it. That really makes me want to make a human tube and like zip down a crazy long line, but you really can't make a crazy long, which is the super.
Yeah.
Wait, you can make a crazy long, can't you?
Not really.
The power poles have
Needs-
to be the power pole's power range has to be a certain distance, but can the cable be longer?
Not really.
The distance between these two poles is pretty. It would take 0 seconds to get this distance with like human tube velocity, but like that's still an okay distance.
The only thing I can think of is having a much faster vertical climb with essentially a vertical wire,
Yeah,
and then you just yeet someone at the vertical wire, and it just goes, "Yep, I'm going upwards now."
yeah, but you've also got to remember that you'll hit the pole.
Yeah.
You'll zoop upwards and you'll hit the pole. You're better off to just human tube them upwards. Anyways, what is next?
Sorry.
What's next?
Connecting the splitter. This.
Connecting what splitter to where? Yeah, to that one. It's slightly out of line.
Yep.
Okay,
Otherwise, I would have done it myself.
that's fine. That's a very easy fix. Fixed.
It's also getting. That's getting. It's going into the fuel cell manufacturers, which is the pink manufacturers. So over there. So that.
The pink one. The output of this.
Yeah.
It's going where?
This one going all the way over there.
To the input of pink.
Yeah.
Okay. Can do. Can I put it on the outside belt, or that's going to cause a problem?
What do you mean? Just let me figure that out.
You just have to rotate the splitter input. So far, from what I can see. Yeah.
Just trying to figure out what's coming from where. I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, you're trying to. And hopefully, this is the long cross country belt. It's like a cross country belt to me. I know what this is doing, but I won't deal with that just yet. Yeah. So anything to come back from that is purple ECR.
So it did or didn't matter what belt things are on going into that pink machine.
Well, this is machines coming in from next to it, so
What machine? Blue.
purple.
Purple's going into pink.
Yeah. So
Well, neither of
no,
the inner or outer.
outer.
Ah, that one. Okay. Wait, what? That is this merger place? Yeah. Place it in this direction.
What? Going against your convention?
Wait. Ah, they're all on the other end, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd momentarily forgotten my convention. I have to go and get this belt. So I've got to get the red on, so I can actually do a stack. Five. Wait, what direction is this belt going? No, it's going in the right direction. Ah, cool. For some reason I thought that it wasn't, cool. So I turn this one. Hit input in this direction. Take away that. Here to that one, which should go down to there and there. Cool. I just have to remember where the poles are underneath here. Or see the poles also. Cool. That's done. Ah, no. There's a bend. I knew something was wrong. There's a bend.
Handy belt boy.
I don't know how I can fix that bend. It's the small differences that are the hardest because you need set distance for like you need set distances for certain belt you know rotation. Fix the bend. No more bend. Next.
This is not done here.
What about it?
It's got to connect in.
To what? Ah, then it goes to that one.
Oh, that's now.
Well, that pink machine's fully loaded now, so I'll assume that it's done. What is next?
Well, now I gotta go back down the purple chain. So back up this end. Connecting, I assume, this machine to this one ahead.
Pink to what? Pink to sorry, purple to purple. Does it matter inner or outer?
I'm just looking. Things are all in the way for some reason. 10, 11, great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, cool.
21's the right number?
21 is 10 plus 11, so...
Ah, you gotta do a separation.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is machine number 11. I don't know whether you should split one way or the other at the moment, so I'm gonna have a look.
All merges are going in one direction.
Yes, but if the one on the left is not your issue, if you want to set up the belts to connect to it, it's my issue. I've got to make sure the things that are plugging into them are relevant to plugging into them and not.
Are you saying, is it better to have the 11 machines on the left, or is it better to have the 11 machines on the right?
Yeah. The 11 machines going on the right.
And they're all around. Correct? 11th machine on the right?
I think so.
Does this matter inner or outer? Well, can't confirm. I would assume inner is best.
These two machines are going into the machine Kind of so.
Ah, okay, so yeah, it's definitely going onto the onto outer.
Alternative quick wise. Any quick wise data being on the outside.
Cool, plugged in. This belt is probably going to be one of the most useful ones in the factory that I just installed.
Alright.
That belt is probably going to be one of the most useful ones in the factory that I just installed. Aside from this one. Because it's one of the only other belts that's running in this direction that's actually long enough to sort of, you know, comfortably run along.
Alright. Okay. So moving back a row. So we got steel pipe constructors here. Weirdly connected for some reason. What's up?
I don't know, I'm just pinging.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not just pinging.
What about it?
Yeah, go forward.
Yeah, where's it going?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not straight enough to be able to just go right in.
I've literally done all of the ones that have been straight enough to do exactly that. And that has been one.
That has been one. Does it matter inner or outer?
I would assume inner, just because the one next
Well,
to
it's
it
going inner then.
is assemblers. Yes, so those assemblers are going on the inner.
You just told me inner.
Your inner is different to my inner. I would assume inner being the one closest to the machine.
I see them as U shapes. Is inner U versus outer U. But it's okay. This belt's coming this way. Just so you're aware, it was a trick question as to whether it's inner or outer. It was always going to be outer.
Steel pipe. Steel pipe. If you're looking for the next thing to do, those refineries into this.
Those refineries is the receiver.
Yeah.
From these refineries.
Those refineries going into these assemblers.
Into the right hand side. Yep. Are they going in or outer?
They're going whichever one you care. They're the leftmost ones, so. Because I assume beyond that is some. What? You're fine, by the way. I'm just flailing. Okay, so this gets split and also goes into them, so it doesn't actually get split, it gets continued. Oh, is this our exception?
What do you mean?
No, it's not an exception.
Wait, they're getting.
Yeah, put that back out. Just that one.
I'm a little confused as to what's going on here.
Quick wire is getting split, so therefore it's getting continued. You gotta move that back one.
Ah, my bad. So it's going to the inner.
Yeah. This is fused quick wire. These refineries are getting fed by. That's a lot of refineries. There's 12. Okay, cool. What happened here?
Do you want to come?
E7 here. There's refineries there. Oh, you're gonna love this.
I don't like those words. Because most of the time when you say that, I don't love this. You gonna tell me?
Yep. These 4 foundries are being fed by the 3 refineries over there.
The foundries are getting fed by the refineries.
Yep.
But those foundries both have inputs. Coal and iron.
These ones here.
Oh, it's only a single one?
Wait, what the fuck?
Ah. What do you mean, what the fuck?
This is just a misplaced belt, I think.
Yeah, it's one that has, shit on it.
What's the splitter going to... What the hell? No, these 4 foundries are definitely receiving iron ingots, not iron ore, so... So that iron needs to actually go here. Those 3 refineries. Gotta feed these boys.
Okay, so what's changing here? Iron ingot is getting off. I remember how much effort I had to put in to get iron ingots off that belt. So iron ingots is coming off this. It's getting
Okay, so
dismantled. Iron ore is getting dismantled.
Iron ore is going into these refineries, so yes, it's getting dismantled. And then iron ingots are going into the refinery, to the foundry from the refineries over here.
So iron ore is going to the refineries, and iron ingot is going to the foundry.
Yeah. And the iron ingots are coming from the refineries a little bit down the line. We also have iron ore going into them. And while that happens, do you mind if I go have dinner?
No, you must starve. The blasphemy that you put on my household.
And by have dinner, I mean go get dinner, because wherever it's not.
What?
By have dinner, I mean go get dinner, because we're all having it. as opposed to having to know. So
I understood that section probably the most out of all of those words.
mhm. So are you loving this?
I already said to you, I don't like those words. Are you loving this?
As far as I can tell, that's either the last or the second last machine to be plugged in. I'm banking on it being the last, but I'm ready for it to be second last. It is second last. Oh, I bet none of these are set.
I hate this. That's it. You're getting cold for Christmas. Fuck me. I need iron rods. Give me iron rods.
Over here. Mm-hmm.
I need iron rods. What? Fuck. Okay, cool. I'll take this. This.
See, if I'm getting cold for Christmas, I think that also means you're getting cold for Christmas.
No,
Because
that's not how this works. My order?
Well, if you'd put the E machines next to their relevant D machines instead of off to the side of the E.
I did it, I did all of A's, then all of B's, and then I did all of C's, and then I did all of the D's, and then I did all of the E's.
Pardon me.
Yeah. I agree. Look what you've made me do. Who in League says that? I can't remember who it is.
Morgana?
Is it Morgana?
Yep. Cast.
I just couldn't remember the voice. I knew it was like, I don't know, like...
Look what you made me do.
Yeah, I think it's Syndra.
No.
It's definitely Morgana? Okay. Anyways, that's plugged in.
As I said, I've got
Yeah.
way too much.
Yeah. Don't worry, I understand. You got double my games.
Exactly.
And that's just in this year. That's just in this year.
And that's just in Summoner's Rift.
Yeah.
So we got these boys to plug in.
Yeah, would you tell me where and when and
Yeah, I'm looking.
where? Well, where and where, and I'll sort it out.
All right. Well, one of them goes from here to here, so that's pretty easy.
From what away?
Where I'm standing, to right next to where I'm standing. Yeah, it does that.
No. That's a super easy one to do. Why do you just do that one?
Oh, I'm eating nuts.
You're what?
I can't turn the corner of my mouth, otherwise I get stuck in my mouth wheel. I don't want to do that.
You don't want to get stuff in your mouth.
Mouse wheel.
Mhm.
Where the bloody hell are you going?
I don't know. Where are you going?
Ah, this is where this going.
Where you told me to.
Ah. Split.
This purple is getting split. Yes? No? Maybe so?
Purple, yes, if you're meaning, I don't know which, this, yes. Going basically the same place as before. That red machine.
I'm gonna make one hell of a situation going on here. It's gonna be really hard to get right. But I'll endure it.
So the real question is, are we disconnecting power so that we can connect the power all at once?
I need rods. I'm gonna get rods.
I'm gonna go get more nachos.
Some absolutely delicious nachos at a place called Maya Mexican.
Hi.
Hello.
Nope. Fine.
Autosave?
No.
No?
Probably just a micro drop from Starling.
Yeah, because I got teleported back to the front of the storage through the human pipes again. As I was going through them. Was all the way at the other human pipe. Was trying to go through it and got teleported all the way to the front of the front human pipe at the sorting
That's
system.
somewhat common now that I've learned how they actually work.
Yeah, I understand about the position save states that you're talking about. It's just
But
that's
also
what. Yeah.
That also means that going through the cannons creates a bunch of
Save state.
moving pipe people. So how far they launch you is directly related to how much lag they create.
Satisfactory just crashed? Yeah, it did.
Not for me.
No, mine did. So something happened when I was trying to when it tried to load in the base.
So what was
The nuclear.
The question? Was it we're plugging all these machines in while it's on, or are we disconnecting it, plugging them all in?
What's the point of disconnecting the other one?
Disconnecting the input line to this area.
What? What do you mean?
So we can connect them all at once and have the whole machine raw to life,
But that's what we're doing, right? We're turning them all on at once.
Yeah, but if we plug them in to the power is already connected, so we'll be turning the machines on as we plug them in, not all at once.
Don't understand. They'd be turning the machines on as we plug them in.
Okay, so the power is plugged in right now.
Yeah, I understand that.
The machine in, it's got the recipe in it, and it's got things behind it.
Yeah, I understand that.
So when you plug it in, it will start making that recipe. Whereas if we disconnect the power to this island, plug all the machines in, and then reconnect the power to this island, all the machines will turn on at once and start all making things at once.
Are you talking about flooding the belts but turning the machines off?
Don't worry. We'll just plug them in and have them power on.
I'm confused with what you're meaning. To me, it sounds like you're planning on having the belts flooded and then turn the machines on so that...
Having the whole factory unpowered.
Yeah, but then nothing gets made.
Yeah, and then when everything plugs in, everything does get made and you get to see it all go forward. I thought that's what you might have wanted, but
if you're talking about what we did to the museum, then yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen here. Though we don't have power right now.
You're floating around.
Oh, sorry, we don't have products in.
Yeah,
but yeah,
when we turn the machines on,
we would we turn them all on except for the station and let the belts flood.
But already. Station's already delivered enough cargo to get the machines moving.
Yeah, so the belts are flooded. If the belts are flooded and then we could turn the machines off except for the station, then yeah, I agree to what you're saying. And then
so
we turn
the machines and then.
Well, there'll be a single pole powering the entire station right now. The back left pole, or the southwest pole.
I'm gonna go steal it.
Yeah. Because if every machine that is going to have train resource has train resource, which it should, then yeah. The only downside is you can't use a hover pack anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with having it plugged in because you get to see live the fuck ups. So what's the rules here? machine's got a pole right next to it. Does it plug into the pole right next to it, or does it plug into like the leftmost pole that it can reach?
Yeah, leftmost. The machines aren't counted to the pole quantity, so there might be a necessity for more poles. It's just weird that you can use the zipper. Doesn't make sense.
I'm glad I got you to start calling it Zipper, because that's definitely not its name. That's the one from Grounded. They added last patch. That was the only thing I could think of.
I think I was calling it a zipper beforehand, because of the Grounded videos that I've seen. Because I'm almost certain this is like, hey, we have a zipper in Grounded, and Satisfactory is like, oh yeah, we could do that.
The two different functions.
And what's the zipper in Grounded?
Can Satisfactory's one go uphill?
Yeah.
Is that new?
If you have the velocity for it, you can.
Okay, is that new?
No?
Okay, so then that's not copy, because that's the whole new thing with Grounded is you can go uphill with zip lines.
Yeah, but like, we have a zipline thing. Satisfactory's like, okay, we have one too.
This is going to use about 3 times as much wire as I anticipated.
So all of the machines are plugged in. All of the belts are done. Now we're plugging in power.
Other than the last belt thing, but I was waiting for you to be done. But I was starting.
I'm done. I've been floating around for ages.
Oh, okay. Blue manufacturers into teal manufacturers. Blue manufacturer ends over here.
All 4 rows?
This one here. This output
Yeah.
goes into the input over there.
But they're getting merged.
Huh?
This row at the front and this row at the back, they'd be getting merged because they're the same. They're not? There's meant to be 14 of them. And it's a row of 7 and 7. Or something like that.
What's happening here? Then yes, they're getting merged and they're getting put across to the place that you put the other ones into.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is doing.
So then that blue one goes into... Wait, that's an input. Okay.
One of the line behind the blue ones is not plugged into raw materials.
Okay, so we should plug it into raw materials.
Yeah. There's an empty belt and a sulfur belt that have been plugged in, that need to be plugged into it.
Can you plug them in? Is that was that a nope?
That's a... I'm not a belt wizard.
Do they need wizardry?
Vaguely. They need more than 0 wizardry, therefore that's not me. So far, going leftmost pole hasn't saturated any poles completely, but I suspect that will change with constructors.
Yeah, it'll change down the line where groups become bigger and yeah, constructors become a factor. So what's happening with this belt? This belt of sulfur
That's what I'm saying. It's going into the thing almost directly in front of it.
going into light blue.
Yeah.
That's not wizardry at all.
I don't know. I'm too busy connecting power now. Oh, I'd connect fairy lights to these, I dare you.
The nuclear.
Yeah, there's some lovely little clusters of lines going across. I kind of like the aesthetic. So doing this is how it has me wanting a zoom in function. Alright, I've done up to the halfway point on row C. The leftmost pole. I think you should have a look before I do too much.
What do you mean before you like power? Do you dislike it?
No, I'm just making sure you like it, but also I'm actually gonna go connect uranium and bring a waste belt over here. Have you got your uranium suit on?
I haven't got one yet.
Okay.
Slash haven't sourced it.
Yep, I'm gonna bring it over. Also, just while I was remembering, we got an extra 40 tickets out of the Fixmas thing. I don't remember 40 tickets from last time, but feels like a lot extra at this point.
The calendar event.
Yeah. They're like already 10% away towards our next nut if we wanted another nut, but I don't know if we want a duplicate of any statues, so.
I don't think we need another nut.
getting.
Ah, did you just eat another one of those when you have natural regen?
You know how many of them we have extra?
It's not about. It's not about
So
extra.
many that we have so many extra that I actually have all of the extra ones that don't fit in the crates neatly in my inventory. Come here.
What?
Plus, I'm not the one that was originally munching down on them. I know there's like you were munching down on them for like 2 heart damage shit, so
Yeah, but now we. It made sense back then because we didn't have health regen. Except for right at the end, but now we do. We do have health regen.
you've also taken help with thing. I'd suggest putting that on.
Well, it's always just gonna sit on. What even goes on our head?
Gas mask.
Oh, do I have one of those? None.
You don't have one of those, and you won't need one of them for radiation, so you can build that when you need it. Because I don't know where yours would be, and
So what is the filter for then?
the radiation.
Oh, they just sit in my inventory in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
They sit in your inventory and they take space.
Oh, it's weird that you have a filter for not a gas mask.
Yeah. There's a radiation filter and a gas mask filter.
What's connecting next, boss?
Power. Go have a look at the.
So all of the belts are done.
As far as I'm aware.
Cool. I'll take your word for that.
Oh no, these are all connected with tier 2s.
Tier 2 what?
These belts over at the power station are all connected with tier 3 belts, so I gotta go click them all. And the little uranium storage so that they actually clear out in a sensible period
All
of
of
time.
my shit's done with Mark 5, so I don't know how there's tier 2's in the mix.
No, it's over here at the uranium old place.
Oh. Then click them up to tier 5.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. There's just a lot of little tiny belts that I've got to click up to tier 5. Bring in some cans of juice over. Not sure what flavor.
Yeah, I'm fine with leftmost. I'm almost leaning on the side of proximity.
Yeah. Proximity after.
Why is it's not leftmost until full, just to confirm.
It's leftmost until it can reach.
No, it's leftmost until the next pole. Once you reach the next pole, stop using the other pole. Because I can see some right at the front.
I might have done that accidentally, but if you can see that I've done that somewhere, then sorry.
It's right at the start, so I'm assuming that this might have been the method that was used, but I'm just gonna check. You could just see red off in the distance.
Yeah, I can't fucking connect this belt properly. Can't tank it properly.
You should have a look at
Shadowy.
the stream and see what I can see.
Okay. Be nice if you can just Discord it to me, because that'd be fast. But...
I'm not doing dual upload, soz.
Twitch.tv
Or YouTube.
/ shush. No, that's not what I want. I want shush. So what's your Twitch handle?
Chesh. Twitch.
I haven't shown up on my live streaming on YouTube for some reason.
Chesh Twitch, or there's
There we go.
it's YouTube. So yeah, you go place your belt.
Oh, he's back to vtuber.
You see it?
Yeah.
You need to be mid-placing a belt. Or else you only see a little bit
Yeah,
of
I
it.
just need to boost the quality on the stream so I can see it.
Just this tiny little red blip all the way off in the distance.
It's good, I like it.
But I can't see you.
Yeah. No, I can see what you're saying. Just watch Jank being placed.
Watched it. I'm pretty sure I'm watching.
Yeah, we gotta get the fruit juice over here somehow. Actually. Do I want to put a drone over there? Do I want a drone to carry nuclear waste over there? I don't think we've got anything making batteries for drones, and I think that's all they run off. Yeah, okay, so nothing making batteries. I would make it into a drone, but we don't have anything making batteries. If you're still watching, you've got a whole base.
Yeah, I am.
Power up.
Yeah, well, I need to confirm this decision first, as it's right at the start, so I'm confirming it.
What decision?
Power pole decision. Confirming it first.
Proximity.
Are you belting it through the power poles?
Vaguely.
Is this belt straight?
Not really.
Why not?
Because just want it done, but I guess I could go back and undo it and.
You make it sound like that's my problem. It's like
carry out excess nuclear waste.
I can. It's okay. I can go back and undo it. It's like, yeah, of course you have to go back and undo it. You don't get away with it that easy. Jeez, how nice do you think I am?
Oh god, I am burning through filters with this in my inventory.
With what in your inventory? Radiation.
All the juice.
Well, don't put juice in your inventory.
No, this is Mountain Dew. This definitely looks like Mountain Dew. It probably tastes like Mountain Dew, aka like garbage. So. Bruh. It's one tick short of being fully efficient to go diagonal.
Yeah, no. This isn't done in one spot. So I'm going to sit and wait and confirm first. This is done across the whole line, so I'm just going to confirm first.
I literally stood at the power pole and connected machines until either the power pole was full or the machine was said wire too long.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna undo a lot of power.
Go for it. Well, I'm glad we're making these things almost as fast as we can use them. I am currently using them.
And then, don't.
Yeah. I'm going to the machine anyway eventually, so like it's going to kill me if I don't finish this job. So basically, I'm just going to finish the job.
BOB. It's getting a drink.
Sit on the fields and hear the cheap beep beep blues from somewhere. My breath and light run together. In the sky I saw it and she gave me a single flower. I hope your future is
Interesting.
bright. In the meantime, brush your innocent hair. Feel warm inside. You let me know I'm filled. So if you are hit by your ruthless fire, instead of you. Her long eyelashes have come to look like mine. It's just like seeing myself. Such an insane society, but you're no exception. You will meet with disaster. That's why I hope your future is warm and bright. In the meantime, brush your innocent hair. Feel warm inside. You let me know I'm filled. So if you are hit by a ruthless fire, instead of you. Instead of you. I don't need much, as long as you're happy now. We can never be like feudal, no matter what, I'll protect you. I don't need much, as long as you're happy now. We can never be like feudal, no matter what, I'll protect you. I don't need much, as long as you're happy now. We can never be like feudal, no matter what, I'll protect you. You let me know how I feel. So if you are hit by a ruthless fire, instead of you.
Yeah.
How's it traveling? Oh, is he gone as well?
Hi.
I wasn't too sure if you were gone as well. But now you're here.
Is he muted and back or just not back?
I was muted, wasn't I?
There appears to be some missing stages of grief in the rear row.
Missing stages of grief.
Yeah, denial. It's just yeah, missing bolt and some wigglies.
There are some wigglies.
Yeah, in the back row. They're really obvious.
Where be the wiggles?
I feel like they're obvious enough that you might be able to see them.
There's a wiggle here.
Gosh.
Why am I getting radiation?
There's a belt full of Mountain Dew right next to you.
I thought we weren't plugging that in yet.
Yes, this is the stage where this is happening. I feel like it.
I thought that was
take us-
I thought that was getting like in as everything was getting turned on. But it's okay.
oh, it's only a little bit of radiation.
There's a wiggle on here, isn't there? I saw a wiggle on here, right? Yeah, there's a wiggle on here. Okay.
And that's not the only problem back here, but the other one's easier to fix. So
If they do be fixable, then go with that.
yeah, nuclear waste isn't the most radioactive stuff, so I figured it'd be fine. What I was going to avoid was filling the train station with uranium, but I am going to go disconnect the rest of the uranium systems. So we're officially on a limited time frame of power before this is plugged in.
Why are we limiting ourselves?
Because that limited time frame is probably another 60 to 100 hours of gameplay.
Why are we limiting ourselves?
Because then there's less shit over there needs to be dealt with later.
But dealing with it now takes the same amount of time as dealing with it later, doesn't it?
Sort of. It's sort of. It's alright. I'll do it later. There'd be less generated waste for doing it now. As in stopping the production of waste by cutting it off now. But I also realised that there's about the same capacity at the stations as the other things, so emptying it might actually take less time than I expect.
How much fuel do you have on you? Well, not much.
Like 40.
Okay, I'm just gonna get some.
What did you decide with the power poles? Did you want to do closest to power poles until power poles are full?
No. It's leftmost power pole until you reach the next power pole, then leftmost power pole till you reach the next power pole.
The most immediately left power pole.
Yeah, until you reach the next power pole and start using that one.
Mhm.
Even with constructors, it handles it, so.
Holy shit, that was actually pretty immaculate timing, all things considered.
What was?
The last container of nuclear waste is currently being filled up. As in, I made a waste storage thing here, and it's just now filling up.
With all of the stuff over here, loading nuclear is awful. Not being a host. How did you manage this being with the museum?
It wasn't as bad.
Ah, because like, yep, it crashed again. I'm yeah,
I'll lower the network quality and see if that fixes it.
Yeah. Because yeah, it has a terrible time loading the base the sorting system. It has a horrible time loading Christmas if I accidentally go a little bit too far to the right, and it crashes when
Well, I
loading
need to
nuclear.
restart the game session to do that, so I may as well let you host from here anyway.
I'm not doing a dual upload unless you really want me to.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'm fine with doing it. I should be able to
Yeah, that's
handle a satisfactory host rather than a dual stream upload. But
Oh, ending the session. Go away, Steam. You don't need to tell me you access the Steam community while playing on the Crash Reporter. Oh. Will only take 18 hours to uh it'll take 18 hours at full capacity to get rid of the nuclear waste. So that means 37 hours at half capacity, because that's about what it will be processing it. That's less time than I expected. I was expecting this machine would be sitting here for like 100 hours. Makes me happy, because that means it's going to be cleaned faster than I expected. Okay, it's hosted again.
and what did you set the network to?
Hi.
High.
Yeah.
Didn't I know this is old satisfactory, but lower was always better.
Yeah, it was on Ultra.
I'm pretty sure we used to run it on medium.
Yeah, well, I was on Ultra, so reducing it by 1.
But what is the advantage of having it higher than medium?
Faster load times, apparently.
Load in times?
Yeah.
Because it's the base loading that is the problem. Because even if it takes me quadruple the amount of time to load into the game, if I have to get crashed and reboot my game, I'm going to be more annoyed from that. Just as the very obvious FYI.
Yeah. If it happens again, I'll just lower it again.
Okay, so I got my fuel. I'm over here to help with power.
Well, I'm not getting irradiated by this belt of irradiation.
You aren't getting irradiated by it.
No.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing then. It does have a very small amount of range. Like you can literally jump. You'll be out of the radiation range.
Yeah, I mean, I was literally running Belt.
Too fast for the radiation. No. It's like people running across hot coals. It's fine. I did it quickly.
Fast for the radiation.
Yeah, we should just get Usain Bolt to deal with our radiation.
I came over here for fuel and more filters, right?
I don't know.
As you know, I just burnt through 70 filters dealing with that.
70?
Yeah.
Jeez.
1 per 12 seconds. One per 12 seconds at max radiation.
Ah, because it's in your pocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering why it was max radiation.
And one last belt to connect when you finish that squiggly was the
What's big one?
uranium waste belt next to the particle accelerators has to be split.
Something needs split. I'm gonna need a little bit more detail on that.
Yeah, so meet me at the particle accelerators and I'll show you.
I'm already there.
Okay, well, I'm just flying it. Going. Shoot. The blenders aren't plugged in for this at all. So this,
It's that side of it. I thought it would be this side.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
What's
the hell?
connecting where to
Where's
where?
Hang on, there's a uranium belt missing.
Wait, why am I building a radiation? Ah, it's in the blender. Wait, is this a radiation in it too? No, it doesn't.
We aren't missing a fucking belt from the bus, are we?
I don't know. Are we? I don't know, Phoenix. Are we?
Apparently it just never got connected on top. Is that what happened here? Yeah, no, it's just not here. Okay.
There is
So,
a sad boy over here. By the sounds of what has happened.
why did this get split into what?
It is all done under instruction. PFP. I'm gonna put some incense.
I apparently need to figure out how the hell this happened. There should only be 2 places that I see how this. Okay. So is this machine even plugged in? No, so we missed a line. Okay.
Put one of those. Okay.
Erroneously splitted
Yeah.
thing, plus we didn't connect up blue at all. So
Blue?
still needs to be done.
Blue what? Blue where?
The whole of blue is not plugged in
Oh,
into alphabetically.
light blue.
Yeah. But come back to the bus at the station.
Coming back to the train station. Okay.
Yeah.
Jetpack. Go. Mm-hmm.
So this
Oh, the
This
train
should be
station's aren't
going-
powered. I thought they were.
this should be going the opposite direction to the way it should be. It should be going all the way over at the back of E. It's not even straight, so I'm not quite sure what happened there.
What? What do you mean it's going at the back of B?
At the back of D to the blenders all the way back.
It's going to.
join the.
It's going to
join the row D bus.
So why is this getting? What is it getting? It's merged, isn't it?
At the moment, it's getting merged, and I have no idea why. Because we were very clearly splitting. One train station going to the row A stuff, and one train station going to the row D stuff. And
So this is going onto row D, onto the
row D.
onto the tallest
Yep.
tallest belt, and it's going on the tallest section of the tallest belt.
Sure. Unless you want to move the entire sulfur belt.
Is it going underneath sulfur? That is the question. Where is it going on the
Not
belt?
sulfur, limestone.
Is it going underneath limestone? We need to know.
Put it on top of limestone. Saves us moving everything.
But it's not about moving everything, it's about putting it in the right order.
Well, we're a bit past that.
Not really. It's called Jojra.
You Jojra the other things then. Jojra
What other
all
things?
The things that we didn't move because it was too inconvenient.
That's not the belt.
Jojra,
That's splitting it off the line.
Jojra all of the machines over 2 spaces to the right, so there's an extra constructor in red.
Wait, an extra constructor in red?
Yeah, because one of them's getting overclocked because there's not enough. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but those things are like splitting it off a belt is fine, and having an overclock is fine. But putting these belts in the wrong order for the like
What goes under sulfur then, if that's what you care about?
yeah, so we'll put it on sulfur.
Don't confuse sulfur with limestone.
Yeah, sulfur's on the top, limestone's in the second top, so it's going
Yeah.
underneath the top. Wherever the end point of sulfur is, which you will know because I don't, can you just put a
Filter it off. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
yeah a storage thing and just eat the sulfur all off the belt?
Just gonna wait for you to say that I could do that.
And then can you loop back around and raise the sulfur elevator by 1?
Hold on, let me traverse the factory 3 times. You can't have inconsistent Jodra. You either don't do the Jodra or you do the Jodra.
I'm a little bit specific about the bus. I guess it might not be as far as Jojra. It's Bujra. Bus right the first time.
Except when it's the
It's the 6th time. How are you enjoying the numpad? Yeah, how are you enjoying the numpad?
I enjoyed it enough that I started doing it in Grounded, but I haven't rebound it in Grounded, so I just keep clicking random buttons and they do nothing in Grounded. But also, numpad 0 is my Discord, one of my Discord unmute hotkeys, so
Yeah.
I keep rebinding what's on 0, so right now it's a sign.
Well, as I was sort of saying, my stuff is not bound to 0, 1, 2. Wait, yeah. My stuff's not bound to 0, 1, 2, 3. My 1, 2, 3, 4 above my WASD is still set to normal.
I think that was one of the things I wanted to change because I was kind of getting annoyed that I can't just quick tap, but I would imagine all the rest of them would be.
Because if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the same as League. Because that's the reason I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 currently. I don't normally use 5 in League at all, so that's why I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. But I know you are a user of 5, especially since you're a WERT instead of a QWER, or you're an ESDF.
ESDF, no words here.
You're not a WERT?
No.
Ah, I thought you were a WERT for League.
No, that's the whole. Sorry, not the whole. Half the reason I even changed to ESDF was because I didn't like centering my finger on W
S.
for League and whatnot. So
yeah,
because I'm gonna start centering it.
Yeah, because
and then I was like, oh, I could go ESDF, and then I go, oh, my fingers are big. I can justify this with keyboard size.
Yeah. Because I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 for League. You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I'm QWERT for League, and you're QWER.
I'm QWERT for League as well.
Are you QWERT for League too? Okay. Ah, yeah, we discussed this, but yeah, you use your T for alternate things, whereas my T is only ever Protobelt.
Something broke my T helpline, so I haven't used it forever, but it was not something I used a lot because my quick cast one is I replaced 6, I think, with one of my mouse buttons.
Yeah. Because I could totally understand if your T was like, I don't know, specifically your survival item. Because my T also is allowed to be Prowler's Claw, because Protobelt and Prowler's Claw, same thing.
Well, it used to be pretty much exclusively for active items that were non-combat.
So like Zonya's.
No, like Redemption or...
okay.
Or,
Yep. Ionia Locket, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I thought yours was. I thought yours was like a Locket.
Non-panic press activations.
Yeah. Whereas mine is not panic press. Mine's combo press.
Yeah.
Because that's why it's Protobelt and Prowlers, because it's a combo press. Because you.
That's my mouse button for that one.
Yeah. So yeah, totally like 1, 2, 3, 4 on Satisfactory, and you can still use 1, 2, 3, 4 because you got to remember 1, 2, 3, 4 is numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 numpad is 1 is num1, not 1 it's num1. So you don't have to specifically use the top of your numpad just because you need to keep number order.
It's just that the bindings on the thing don't show up on the hotbar at the bottom. So if
you'd have to know it. You'd have to know it.
I confuse myself when I can activate the 7.
Yeah, by pressing 7.
By pressing 2 or whatever.
Yeah. Because that's what mine is. Mine is 1, 2, 3, 4 on letters, but I use 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 on the numpad, whereas you can't use 0. So you could probably use something else, like full stop or delete or something as your 0.
My next minor computer item is a Stream Deck, so I'm going to be putting dedicated Discord mute buttons on it. So.
My streamer item is TBA / I need to still do the overlay on the keyboard. It's either that or my next streamer item is just a Corsair.
I actually don't want a stream deck for streaming. I actually want a stream deck for Elite Tetris.
Yeah, it's for macros. I that's what my overlay keyboard is for. It's for macros.
More buttons.
So yeah, that's why mine is potentially an overlaid macro keyboard, or it's a Corsair, because Corsair already has that integration. Corsair says, "Hey, you can press H, but you can change it from being a H to a grave plus H." And it does that at a higher level than most other keyboards, but it's not as high level as
AHK. That's not hardware. It's
yeah. It's not hardware. No, I think it's kernel level. I think it's kernel level for Corsair. It might be Windows level. Can't confirm, but
I thought AHK was kernel level.
HK is kernel level.
It's definitely
But,
as high as AHK.
But AHK isn't doing my thing is not AHK level. Doing my thing is hardware level.
Yeah.
Because
The whole thing like Lua macro and stuff like that.
because that's why I have a USB that the keyboard plugs into, and then the USB plugs into the computer. It filters through the USB, and the USB hardware encodes the output, which is whatever I want it to be plus whatever it was meant to be. Because AHK is kernel, and that's why you can do so much stuff with it, but you can also not boot AHK kernel, and you'll still be fine.
I love when you're hovering a belt and you connect it just slightly wrong, and it's such a short belt that it just decides that we've got to find a path, even if it's completely wrong, and it just makes this bit of spaghetti. I wish I could place that spaghetti, because that would be god tier spaghetti. Autosave, by the way.
Where are these belts going? Is it just going into light blue?
Are they? Is it a sulfur and an empty belt?
Mm-hmm.
Are they behind the blue manufacturers?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they're going into those manufacturers. And only the ones in front of them, because the ones in the next row forward have got their own ones that have been splitted off.
That's one thing that I do dislike that they haven't integrated yet, that they were meant to integrate, like, or they really should have integrated so long ago, is if you put a splitter down where a splitter was, but you change its direction, it should automatically just connect up to the belts that were there.
I think it does, but
It
I don't
doesn't.
trust
It doesn't. Can't
Place
confirm.
in the exact same place, I think it does.
No.
Because I feel like I did it a few times at the straightened spaghetti.
Yeah, but it does if your input is still an input, but it doesn't a lot of the time because you're rotating.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I understand you understand completely what I mean now that I did the little bit of explaining. Because it makes complete sense why it doesn't. It's just, it really is a quality of life that it does, that it would. Like, as an example, if you're connecting, it's really, it would be a hard, it would be, you would have to have a couple of checks for it, and that's what makes it a little bit harder. Is that if you per se had a belt that was not connected at the other end, but it was coming left to right. But it was coming out of. It was going to a belt that's coming right to left, and that belt that's going right to left is connected to a machine.
I'm already lost in left and right, so I couldn't
Okay,
tell you.
so as an example, if you had a belt connected on one end to a machine, right, and that belt goes out like 100 meters, but you're at the other end of the factory and you're going to bring the belt back towards it. The belt coming out in the machine is going left to right, but the belt going into where you're going is coming right to left. Unless you specifically keep it going that same way the whole way around. But since that belt is not connected into a machine, I think it should switch its direction by the time you connect it into the side of the belt that is connected to a machine.
I figured out why
You sort of understand what I mean?
I figured out why light blue didn't actually get connected up, and it's because it's like 90% connected up because it's basically all raw materials. It just has one chain forward of non-raw materials. So when you're ready, come to blue rosy.
Light blue rosy.
Yeah, and there's no dark blue rosy, so
Teal.
exactly. Teal. That makes a noise. So this
You just turn around and you get a heart in your face.
is going into these manufacturers ahead, and you're probably gonna have to deal with all this splittery nonsense that's gonna happen.
What splittery nonsense?
The whole 2-row thing.
Ah, fuck.
See,
Okay.
I would suggest flipping all of these belts and having it feed directly in, but that would
Yeah. No, it's not just that, but it would also look bad. It would be hard to get the belts through this machine because there's a wall of manufacturers in the way. And understandably, you could weave through one of them, but you wouldn't be weaving through the center of one of them, as an example. It wouldn't be even, because it's 7. Anyways. So those are going into both of those. Okay.
I'm gonna go run off and do some more uranium stuff.
I was about to say, did you want to help me with this? Because I can set up some of the easy things, and then you can do some of the hard things, but it's fine.
These 2 sets of assembles are both going into those manufacturers in the same sort of way. They're just carrying different things.
Yeah, that's fine. I can organize that.
The ones on the right are the quick wire manufacturers, and they need to be split in 2. Oh, that's convenient.
What is?
So there's 7 blue manufacturers in both rows.
Yes.
So you can split this exactly down the middle.
Split what down the middle? The assemblers.
That's very convenient.
There's no need for me to split them though.
Yes, there is. They're too fast.
Ah, they're too fast. Okay, so they're the one too fast in the whole thing. Well, can you do a split wherever 7 is, and I'll do the belts.
They've got conveyor poles set up and a conveyor lifted to the sky, so you can see it. And that is the halfway point. So one half of that can go into one bank of manufacturers, and the other can go into the other half.
Is that a conveyor pole or an elevator? Just confirming.
Both are there.
I can only see the elevator. Ah, okay.
Right next to it.
Yep. What's the elevator for then?
Stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, well, it did that for sure.
So yeah, one bank to the left of that pole is going into one bank of the manufacturers, and the other bank of fuck, radiation train. Ugh. It's like, why am I getting radiated? I ripped up on the train track. Meow. But it is actually somewhat convenient that you've split the manufacturers there.
Only in the use of
Well,
Caterians,
it's the only place in the factory that Caterium needs to be split into two belts. McGuire needs to be split into two belts. It's the only place you've happened to split the manufacturers into two rows. Ah, of course. Thanks, past me.
Is that angry at past me? Thanks, or is that you're such a good lad?
So you're a fucking dumbass.
What did past you do?
For starters, they put a storage container full of uranium next to the train station full of uranium. As
Okay.
if I needed more uranium.
I remember you complaining about this before. This is past you. This is current you complaining about past you. That's already complained about past you. This past this Uber past this Uber past you version is really getting a lot of hate. You've complained about this. This Uber past you is really dumb. Jesus. Who is this guy?
Fire him.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we already have. Like, this is not to say, like, this satisfactory save body that I'm using is different to the satisfactory save body that I started with, so. Not just in the sense that, like, we've respawned, but, like, the save separated out.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. because we had to go and find and kill you.
And of course, I had to come all the way out here just to forget bloody rods. Is there a metal note here? I am that lazy. Please. Please, game. Yes. Hmm. Do I have enough to make crafting table? Yes, I do. But all right, I'm returning to cavemen.
What do you mean you're returning to cavemen?
I'm gonna go craft some iron rods. There is a train station full of iron here.
Mm-hmm.
And when was the last time you crafted an iron rod by hand?
Oh, I see why you're returning to cavemen. I was busy focusing on belts. To not understand your joke. Yeah, some people are doing work here.
And I am doing work.
There's the cavemen. What did I say? I would assume so? Yeah, must have.
What did I say? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No, just because I'm alt tabbed. That's okay. I have an alt tab. Baby.
Hi.
Haven't
So
had
I've-
any more crashes or anything like that?
I haven't needed to load in the nuclear again. I can load in the nuclear if you want.
No, I was just wondering.
Hmm.
So you connected those two up?
Yeah. Ages
There's
ago.
There's more to connect up, but I'm not quite back there yet, so. But it's not much more to connect back up. Shit. That was bloody close. It's falling way too far. Wait, really? We're using uranium that quickly? Nice.
Ah, I absolutely love looking at the museum. That was such a well-designed space.
When things were simple.
Sorry.
Back when things were simple, I feel like that's half the nostalgia of it. Was just it's well designed because it was a lot easier to be well designed.
Well, the design of that base is quite simple. Well, I didn't crash when I did a loop around and loaded in nuclear, so it's good.
Okay, that area is now officially ready to hook up, not just 80% of the way there.
Did you pay or? Did you pay or not?
Hey,
Did you pay? Yeah. Oh, nope.
understand.
Satisfactory did crash. Going into nuclear. It just did a delayed one. Well, with 3 crashes, I'm done in Satisfactory.
Alright. Well, I will lower the network setting again.
Well, while he does lowering the networks,
Save and go to the.
I'm going to finish up the stream. Catch you guys next time. I'm probably still going to be playing games, but that's for me to know and you to find out. I don't know. Have a good night, have a good day, and have a good week. Enjoy your weekend, and you might see a little bit more of me in the coming up week. It's hard